All right, guys, welcome back to Traderscale Success Stories. Today we're here with Saydul Alam. I think I pronounced that correctly.
Yeah.
And he's a trader who's cracked the code of consistency with us and he's secured a major payout. So that's the most important part about it. So, with all that being said, let's get into it. So, how are you feeling today, Saydul? Sharing your story?
I'm good, thank you. It's Friday, sun's out, so I'm happy.
There you go.
So
There you
yeah,
go. Can't fault it, man. So today, guys, we're just going to break down some habits, some strategies, and some stuff that, some beginner traders might want to focus on, and more importantly, how Seidel's gone through this journey to becoming like quite successful. So tell us about yourself, then, Seidel. Like, just to get again for the people who don't know much about you, tell us
yeah,
about yourself.
yeah. So basically, I'm a totally novice. I from trading. I 2 years ago, I've never heard of trading before at all.
Oh,
So it was
okay.
completely new. I've been a civil servant all my life in the UK, but it's something that I've basically saw videos on more than anything. Obviously, obviously with social media now, YouTube, it used to come pop out into my feed. I was thinking, "What's this? What is this? What is this?" So I delved into it more and more and more, and looked into it. It was quite fascinating. And yeah, so I began my journey probably about a year and a half ago, more than anything. And more than anything, I started basically with demo accounts and stuff like that, just to see what it exactly was, what I needed to do more than anything. Watched YouTube videos of people doing it, and still failed in terms of still couldn't make a sustainable profits. I had a few accounts with yourselves that I breached because I couldn't get to that profit target and always used to get in drawdown. So I obviously went away and thought, what am I doing wrong? How can I what? Then I found a mentor, basically someone I could learn off of, and that is, I think, where I've started to basically get that knowledge in, so I can basically um, put trades in that make me profitable.
Okay, cool. So you said that the key factor there was having a mentor. There,
Yeah,
like that was the changing point for you, would you say?
yeah.
Okay,
For me personally, yeah. I think I've known other stories where people have been able to do it themselves via self learning, and but for me, I found it easier with a mentor, and it's given me that confidence to place trades on my own.
okay, brilliant. That's awesome. So whereabouts are you from? Are you from the UK?
Yeah, born and bred in the UK, but all my parents are from Bangladesh, so I've got a Bangladeshi background.
Okay, brilliant. So how old are you, and when did you first say you started getting into trading? Was it 2 years ago, you said?
Yeah, so I'm 40 at the moment. So about 2 years ago, more than anything, I basically got more. It was not going to it, but it was stuff that turned up on my feed. I was like, obviously, never heard of it before. Obviously, heard about forex and gold and oil and stocks and shares, but
Yeah,
never thought, this isn't me. I'm a civil servant. I could never do it.
right.
But the more you learn it, the more easier, not easier, but it gets to a point where you're more confident to say, yeah, I can actually do it.
Why do you think trading has become more accessible to like not regular people like, myself and yourself, as opposed to before, there was a lot of, it's just only for institutions, banks, right? Um,
Yeah,
why do you think it's become more accessible for people like me and you?
I think social media has helped in terms of obviously you've got videos on YouTube and there are people who go through it thoroughly. Obviously, there's like obviously hundreds of strategies that you can use in trading. But obviously, if you can master one or two, then you can be profitable. If you have resources like YouTube on hand where people have gone through it, and then you've got demo accounts where you can, not using any money of your own, place trades to see how you're doing over a course of a month, 2 months, to see whether or not these strategies work. Those kind of things. I think obviously before, with technology, with stuff like that, you just didn't have resources at hand to basically do it.
Yeah,
Now it's much more
yeah,
possible.
that's a great answer. Yeah, I think that's probably true as well. I definitely agree with you. Do you trade from your phone or your computer then? And have you tried other prop firms before?
Yeah, so Traderscale was my second one. First one I tried, but I just didn't like it because they had it on the phone, but then they switched to laptop, and I didn't like it.
Yeah, you like your phone.
Yeah,
Handy.
yeah. So basically, I use both laptop and the phone. I place trades on the phone, but on the laptop, you've got the charts and stuff like that.
That's
Better to
exactly
look
what
at.
I do. Exactly what I do.
Yeah,
I think a lot of people do that. They do their analysis on a bigger screen, and then they
yeah.
because you can miss stuff on like a little phone. You know,
Yeah, on the phone, yeah. For me, on the phone, I just can't do it.
I
I'm
can
not.
do it. It just takes a. It
Yeah,
just you've got to really like make sure you zoom
yeah,
out. Like you know what I mean. You don't want to get
yeah,
focused on this
yeah,
like little square of the chart
yeah.
because you're just going to get shafted otherwise.
Yeah,
So the
yeah.
market's
So
going to eat
I just
you.
don't take I just don't take the risk on the phone because it's
Oh, fair
just
enough.
yeah,
So would you
yes.
say you're a very well-rounded person in terms of risk management?
I wasn't. To be honest, I wasn't. I used to over risk and then lose a trade and then place it again, lose it, and then revenge trade and
Right.
lose again.
Yeah, of course.
And
Yeah.
it's all part of the journey. And
Yeah,
obviously,
it's process,
yeah,
100%.
people will. I think everybody will share that same thing. But even at 40 years old, your emotions get the better of you sometimes, and
Yeah.
you do it. But I've got to a point, and obviously my mentor has helped me a lot. He's
Yeah.
been able to teach me how to put emotions to one side more than anything.
Brilliant. That's
Obviously,
great.
if you do lose a trade and you don't see an opportunity again, just park it.
Yeah.
There's always tomorrow.
Yeah, just chill
You
out.
just
Just yeah, you can just chill with it. So how
yeah.
much let's get into the payout now. So how much have you been paid out with us in total at Traderscale?
So I made a profit of $2,500, and then basically, obviously, with the 20%, 80-20% more, and then so the payout was 1,700, just over 1,700.
Just over
Convert that,
1,700. That's
yeah,
good.
convert that to
Solid. Very
pounds.
solid.
Yeah,
Very solid. Yeah.
yeah,
Very nice.
convert
Yep.
that to pounds. I received about £1,300. So
Okay, cool, cool.
very
All right. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, that's a nice. So was that your first payout with us?
a second. The
Second.
first one, yeah, the first one was back in January. This is the second one. Yeah.
What was the first one?
First one was with yourselves as well. That was for $1,800.
Okay, cool. So you've had a total of probably 3,500, something like that, with us, roughly.
Yes, yeah, all of them. Yeah,
Brilliant. That's great.
yeah,
That's great. Awesome. That's good stuff, man. Good stuff. So how long did it take before you think you become profitable, like consistently profitable? Because it seems like you've got it now. You know, you've got that little, you go into the swing of things. Obviously, you know, this everything's still a learning curve and stuff like that, you know, et cetera,
yeah,
et cetera. But it seems like you're really getting into the swing of things. You've made $3,500 with us. So where do you think the
yeah,
turning point was, apart from the mentor who taught
yeah,
you about, you know, risk management? What do you think the turning point was? And when did you think, right, I got it, it's clicking?
yeah. I mean, to be honest, I don't think I've got it yet. I think I've
Okay.
still got a long way to go. I think I'm at a point where I can say I've lost a trade. I don't want to go again, and I would just basically put it away and just think of what to do next. I
Okay.
think that is where a lot of people make the mistake of going again and again and again.
And
And
again.
obviously, I've made that as well.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
even I think even a few weeks ago, I basically nearly got into the bad habit of doing it again, where there was a potential for gold, and I went in, lost, went in again, and then thought, no, 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 what am I doing?
Yeah.
The market's going to eat me. So
Yeah, no, of
basically,
course,
yeah.
of course.
So
I think it's something that everyone goes through,
yeah,
like you said.
I,
It's normal to feel that way, and it's normal to
yeah,
get, you know, mistakes and stuff. So, and it's nice that you actually said like you don't think you're actually there yet, but I think the end is in
yeah,
sight. You know, that you can see the finish
yes,
line. You know what I mean? I think that's where I
yeah,
think if I'm going on my perspective on where I was at, I think yeah, I could when you get your first cut of pairs, you could see the end in sight.
yeah,
That's quite a big moment for you, like confidence wise, you know what I mean? And it changes your perspective on things. You know, if you keep getting
yeah,
hit, you keep getting hit, you're like, ah, and then you finally get a little breakthrough. That's just like it's just really nice. It's a really nice feeling. I remember that feeling. So if you would you say discipline or strategy plays a bigger role in your success?
I think for me, it's discipline more than
Yeah.
anything.
Okay.
But I think you obviously, like I said, there's like hundreds of strategies that are out there, and you could use and you can be profitable.
Yeah.
but it's knowing when to use it, what, when, and basically how to use it. And obviously, if you add more than anything, I think you really need to test it more rather than go into it. So obviously, if you know of a strategy, learn it, use it as in test it out, and then once you're on a live account or a funded account, basically you need to risk manage it. So you need to be really disciplined in what you do.
Yeah.
And
Very
I
nice.
think from there on, yeah, from that point, you can see obviously profits will go, and it's not about getting from zero to 2 grand within a couple of days. It's building that little bit by bit by bit by bit by bit, and then you'll see that basically you will to me basically if I'm making $100 a day, over 5 days, that's $500. So
Yeah, exactly. I think it's sort of having that daily, daily, right, okay, daily target and just saying, well, I think that's
yeah,
enough for today, know
yeah.
when to quit. I suppose knowing when to quit is a good one way of saying it. So, we all go through these losing streaks, and over trading, stuff like that. Like, how do you fix like a thing like over trading? How did you fix that when you said it before?
To be honest, I don't know. I think came to a point where I think breached my second account. Was thinking, what am I doing? You
Yeah,
know,
like
what am I doing?
wake
And
up.
yeah, and
Yeah.
exactly, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Wake up. I just needed somebody to slap me there and then,
Yeah,
wake
yeah,
up.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
No, it
no,
does take that
yeah.
sometimes. You're just like, what am
Basically,
I
yeah.
doing? Like, I'm
So
not even following my plan. Like if you're
yeah,
not,
exactly.
and you know the strategy works. You've back tested it, so you just got to follow the
Yeah,
plan. And then you start messing around, tinkering, and it doesn't. That's when
yeah.
things start to go wrong. Like, so yeah,
And it's exactly where that point I'm thinking, what am I doing? I've got this account, I've got a funded account, I've got 50K, 100K there. I can use it to make profit, and I'm always reaching it. And it's like, yeah, what am I doing? And then it just certainly I'm over risking. I'm not disciplined. I'm not using the strategies that I've back tested on demo accounts and it's worked. Why am I not doing it on a real account? And it's just
yeah.
it gives you food for what are you doing wrong, and then yeah, it might be some people are different, but for me, just click somewhere. So like
Ah, nice.
I need to change. I
That's
need to
good.
change.
Good, good. I like that. So you just basically needed a slap from the rules. But
Yeah,
the rules are there to put you in place, right? That's what like
yeah,
they give you the rules to become right. This is what you need to do to become an actual really good trader.
yeah.
So you can follow them. You know
I
you're on the
mean,
right track. So
to be honest, the rules aren't what hard to follow. They're there. If you know them, it's my own fault that I breached that account.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Going to drawdown for 4,000 over a day drawdown. You should never do that.
No, exactly, exactly. I
So,
mean, when I first started, I did that and stuff as well. And then I used to meet babes like, oh, well, that's really annoying. I'm like, well, the rules are there and I didn't follow them. It's very simple.
yeah,
Like, I didn't, and
yeah,
sometimes I didn't read them properly.
yeah.
But like I never do that now. So it's just about learning again. So, having achieved these now consistent kind of payouts and this little breakthrough you've got, what does that mean to you?
Personally, it means a lot because obviously, like I said, I've got a sort of young family as well, and I've got a job as well. So obviously, this is a bonus income for me, but I'm looking to get to do this more full time. Obviously,
Yeah,
I've
yeah,
seen what is
yeah,
achievable,
yeah,
and so
nice.
yeah, and obviously, so this money does help a lot in terms. So yeah,
Yeah, it's just
just
like a couple of
small
thousand
things.
dollars for the fam.
Yeah,
Doesn't
yeah,
doesn't go amiss, does it?
yeah.
So
Definitely.
what would be your goals for the future of your trading? Would you like to go more into it full time, or would you like to just like do it just on the side with your job and then like for a little bit longer? What would be your like long term goal with trading?
I think for up until the end of this year, I'm looking to obviously do it hand in hand with my job. So obviously,
Brilliant,
part time. I
brilliant,
think
nice.
from the new year, as I get more confident of placing the trades on my own, doing it more on a full time. I'm looking to basically
That'd be
move
great.
on and do this more full time. So
Yeah,
yeah,
nice, man. Nice. I think
yeah,
everyone's goal is that. Some people do it quite quick. Some people take years and years to do it. But like it
yeah,
took me like 6 or 7 years. But I also have this job as well, so I still haven't gone like full time. But I did a
yeah.
few times. But yeah, I ended up changing my strategy and this and that because one of it wasn't working consistently. blah blah blah. But yeah, it's one of those things that you're always learning, you know.
Yeah.
But you got to have that goal for like just the complete freedom. I think that's what it was for me. So, what would be the main reason for you? Would it be freedom or money, or would that go hand in hand?
I think it will go hand in hand. Obviously, I'm not a greedy person or anything, so I'm not looking to make 10, 15, 20. I think more than anything, I'm looking for that freedom. So obviously, like I said, I've got three young kids.
Okay,
Obviously, at the moment, obviously, you have to mix everything with like you work with their school run
of
stuff like that.
course.
But obviously, with trading, you just can't do it.
No, of course, of course. So
You know what I
let's
mean. So.
let's go a little bit into your strategy now. What do you trade exactly? What instruments do you trade, and why do you like those instruments? Why do you like those assets?
I mainly trade gold and Bitcoin.
Oh yeah, okay,
And,
okay.
and yeah, obviously with gold and Bitcoin, obviously the price action is a bit more, you
Fast.
know, uh, faster, and you
Yeah.
can, look for a lot of strategies from them. And so that's the main pairs that I trade,
Do you
gold and
like do you
Bitcoin.
like the volatility then? Would you say that it suits your personality?
Yeah, and I think obviously with gold, obviously, I think obviously a lot of people will trade it as well. So there's a lot more when you look at the charts there, you can see trends, patterns evolving quite easily,
Yeah.
and it's just a lot more easier
Yeah,
to
nice. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, brilliant. And I guess gold is just always buys, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
obviously with gold, it's always there buy sells. It's always changing. So
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
there's always potential
So,
there.
let's go into what would be some things you could say to your younger self now to maybe speed up the process a little bit. We're not talking about cutting corners now. We're talking about
Yeah.
just speeding the process, or getting rid of that 6 months waste of time or 4 months waste of time.
I would say basically before anything, I think just learn. Um, Concentrate on learning what exactly it is, what forex is, how it works. Learn strategies that you're comfortable doing. I think I what I tended to do before with self learning is looking at a lot of strategies and trying to master it all, and you just
Okay,
can't do that.
brilliant.
As a novice trader, you just can't do that. I
Yeah.
think you have to learn like little bits at a time, and obviously master one or two. And once you've mastered the one or two, then try and do another one and two
I
more
like
than
that
anything.
one. I
Yeah.
would agree with that one as well. I really like that
So
one. Yeah, so
I think that's the first
get
thing that
one or two pairs is all you need, and then
yeah,
when you've done those, if you want to change it up a little bit, because
yeah,
every instrument's got the charts completely different. They got their own little personality in the way they move.
yeah,
I just put a GBP CHF trade on now, and it's really strange. It kind of comes down right to the demand zone, and then it just
yeah,
explodes. But it does this for
yeah,
ages, ages and ages and ages. Then it just goes bang like that. Like it's
yeah.
so it's a very strange pair, but I do like it. It works well with my
I
strategy.
know
So
exactly what you mean. Like trading on gold with a strategy does not work with the British yen. Yeah,
yeah,
it just doesn't work. Yeah,
GJ, yeah. So I like
yeah,
GJ as well, to be honest. But I hate
yeah,
gold. It doesn't work for my strat. I mean, there's a lot of fake outs in gold, which just doesn't work for
yeah,
me.
yeah, yeah.
So there's
I
a
know.
lot of like, oh, we're going this way, whoa, and then it'll just go, and then it's by that time it's just taken a lot of people out. But like, if you're a swing trader, it could be really nice. Like, I just don't
Yeah,
have the patience with all the wicks and stuff, really, to be honest. But like I said, I think it's different. Everyone's personality is different, so it totally depends on you. So guys, if you're watching this, like, you might find something that works for you, but it's not working for someone else, and that's just the name of the game. Like, it totally depends on you, how patient you are as a person, in my opinion. And yeah, just like in general, like how your personality, your brain reacts with certain like win rates and risk to reward ratios. And
yeah.
I personally, I can't trade anything that's below a 60% win ratio because I hate losing. So, but some people might be okay with taking like 6 or 7 losses on a trade, So there's certain things for everyone. Is what me and Saydul are trying to get to the bottom of now. So what is one trading rule, Saydul, that you never break? Never.
I'm trying to do a never break.
You're, you're breaking all the rules.
From Philippines, so
In
yeah,
terms of your
which
rules
one?
now, not the prop firms, like
Yeah.
what
Okay.
one habit or rule of yours that you never break?
Now I basically I don't overtrade.
You don't overtrade.
I basically yeah, don't overtrade. So if I've taken a loss and I might go again a couple of losses in a row, and then I will park it basically,
Okay.
especially for ones. Yeah. So I never basically lose as much in a day that I used to. So
Yeah.
basically, if
So
few
what's
losses.
your limit per day? Is it like 1%, 2%, or
So I had a 100K account, and so basically from a 100K account, 500 is the max I basically will
0.5%? Yeah, I
deposit.
like that. That's exactly
Yeah,
what I do. That's actually the same thing. Yeah, I think that
yeah,
0.5% is perfect. That means you need to take 10 losses in a row on a day or 20 losses in a row to
yeah.
grow the thing. So I think that's brilliant. Yeah. Like that's very
Yeah.
unlikely. It can happen, but it's very
It
unlikely.
can happen, but it's very unlikely. So you're
Yeah, yeah.
always within the, and then obviously you're never gonna reach like the daily drawdown rule because you're only. But the thing is, the risk to reward ratio that work off. If the trade goes well, you're making a lot more than you would actually lose. So yeah,
Exactly,
so
exactly. That's perfect. I like that. So, like, lastly, now, so how did you find? We've just recently updated the trader scale dashboard. How did you find the dashboard, the new dashboard? Do you like it? Tell us a little bit about trader scale. How you finding it?
it's good. It was very manageable. So basically, obviously, with the dashboard is once you achieve that consistency and your payout is due, it's an easy process. Just click of a button, fill in a few details, and that's it. And
Yeah,
basically, obviously, it goes into your Rise account, which you can make beforehand. It
yeah.
goes in there, and yeah, and from
Pretty
there,
fast,
it might
right?
take a few days. Yeah, it might take a few days, but once it's there, you just however we prefer. I prefer it into my bank, so it's transferred into my bank, and it's one day, and it's in there. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's a very fast process.
Yeah, perfect. We like to hear that. So, to be honest, I don't think we've had any bad feedback about that, which is great. So that's awesome.
I
So,
think in total, I think it was approved on Monday, and by Thursday it was in my account, so I can't complain. You
yeah,
know?
there you go. That's 72 hours, and actually, like, that's
Yeah,
actually fairly long for us, but usually
yeah,
sometimes it's done within like 12. I think our
yeah,
average is like 16 hours. So we're quite
yeah,
proud of that, I think. So we're one of the fastest about, if not the fastest. We also have the online track payouts, which I don't think anyone has. So you can see all the payouts going through there,
yeah.
which is great. So we're glad that you are absolutely thriving with us, Saydul, and you're finding your feet, and you can see that that finish line's there. So guys, if you're listening just then, this is Saydul Alam. He's been trading with us for a few months now, and since January or December.
Yeah, January. Yeah,
Yeah, so and he's achieved like a $3,500 payout with us. He's really finding that consistency now, really finding his feet. So congratulations on that, Sido, and thank you so
thank
much
you,
for coming on and sharing your story. It's
thank
great for the
you.
viewers. You know, some people that are just getting started, they need to know how long it takes, the ins and outs of things, and it's better to come from the actual. Every trade is
Yeah,
different. Every journey is unique, guys. Just for like to get that straight. So don't go thinking it's going to be this X amount of time. It could be this amount of time. It could be this amount of time. It totally depends on you, and how much work you put in, how much effort you put in. So, guys, thank you for listening. And Sidol, thanks for coming on again. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you want to drop a comment on anything you find that resonates with you, feel free to do so below. And yeah, ciao for now.